This is a story about a bookshelf. One measly little bookshelf. One very measly little bookshelf indeed, actually. This bookshelf has a name. Its name is Cindy. Cindy is a good bookshelf, really, mostly. Well, there was that one time. We won't get into that right now, though. Anyway, Cindy is mostly a good, fair bookshelf. She is the right size, shape, and temperament for the difficult job of holding my stuff. She is tall enough to fit binders and full-size notebooks, just tall enough. She has enough depth to hold all these little bottles of acrylic paint. But there is an issue, a deep issue with Cindy. You see, it's almost the end of Cindy's life. I'm trying not to cry. And because it's almost the end of Cindy's life, there is something Cindy must do. Something Cindy must do before she dies in order for her to be satisfied with what her life was. Something that will elevate her existence, leave a mark on the world. Something that will make all the pain of her life worth it and make her journey to the next life doable. Now you're probably wondering what this thing that Cindy must do is. I am too, to be honest. You see, she hasn't quite told me yet. I'm scared about her. Scared about her dying without completing her one great mission. But before we get into that, there's this other thing that Cindy wants me to tell you. This other thing happened a few months ago. It's embarrassing for me. Really embarrassing. My cheeks are red just thinking about it. But Cindy wants me to tell you, and she's almost dead, so I'm telling you, conveying this knowledge told as a story of what happened just a few short months ago. What happened to me, or rather between me and, what do you know, Cindy. Between me and this bookshelf that is now almost dying. But at the time she wasn't dying. She was fine back then, a few months ago, when this story takes place. I know. Alright. Talk to you later. Goodbye. I hung up the phone. I looked out at the view. At the hills, those purple hills that have helped me through so many hard times. I stare out at them. At the vista. I am scared and sad. I am trying to write something. A story to make into animation. I am staring out, frowning more and more. I am unhappy with this story. I hate this story. It'll be too hard to make, and it won't be good enough, and it won't be clear enough. You won't be able to tell what is metaphor and what isn't. I think about a time when someone watched a story I made and told me what it was about, told me that it was about personal events in my own life. I see red. I remember how angry that made me, or rather, looking back on it, I'm angry. Angry that I didn't push back more with that person when they were telling me that.
What are you doing?
Asked Cindy abruptly. I'm trying to tell a story, I say, expecting Cindy to be impressed.
No, you're not.
She snaps. I get angry. It builds in my chest. I'm thinking about a story, I say. She stares smugly at me.
Yeah.
She doesn't say anything else. I wait. I am annoyed. I feel the anger pushing up toward the opening where my throat meets my mouth. I feel the sour taste of stomach acid, just the beginning trails of it in the back of my mouth. I am tired. I don't want to deal with this. Not from Cindy, not right now. What do you mean? I say, as a statement, not a question.
You're not telling a story, Sophie. You're just sitting there.
Well, what do you want me to do? I hate that Cindy isn't telling me what I want to hear.
Start writing,
says Cindy.
Just get something down on the page. You can write about this if you want.
I'll write whatever I damn well please, I think to myself. Cindy.
I bet you can't write. I bet you're not actually good enough to write.
I bet you're shit. I bet you're... Cindy barrels off, belittling me, criticizing me, disrespecting me.
Lazy.
That was it. That word. Lazy. All I could see was red. My eyelids closed, and I saw this glowing red flowing into my eyes. My eyes opened, and the purple hills were now maroon. Everything was tinged in an aura of red.
Cindy. I'm sure you can't write the story in an hour,
said Cindy. I've never grabbed my pencil so fast. I start drawing the scenes for the animated story and writing the dialogue under the scenes, everything contained in neat little boxes and lines. Box after box is filled by my furious yellow number 2 pencil. I grip the pencil in one hand, harder than I should. The white paper, in my eyes, is pink. I will prove Cindy wrong. To be continued.